so funny, Maddox. Your thing turned off. Your computer turned off. What? He doesn't have a picture. It's not even on there. Saying anything about what? I mean, we say what? When you say the Monarch student sessions, you say pink out for breast cancer awareness. Who? Oh, yeah. Can you tell host to talk one more time, please? Because we might turn her up or turn her down. Is that good? Is that good? Okay. She's good. half his teams run out. Yeah, don't they run out? They run out at 53, right? Yeah, it's fine. So you're telling us when to turn around, right? Yeah. Huh? Armando likes my story. You want us to go over games on the Metro? There's some pretty big ones. Are you gonna queue?
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and remain standing for the presentation of the nation's colors and the playing of our national anthem under the direction of Lead Drum Major Vicky Wu. The colors are being presented by the Civilian La Vista Community Schools Naval Senior ROTC Color Guard. The members of the Color Guard tonight: Titus Plummer, Parker Ivy, DJ Adams, commanded by Paige Abrahamson.
Ready? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the PLV Media broadcast of Friday Night Lights here at Foundation Field in Papillion, Nebraska, between the 3-3 Omaha Central Eagles and the 5-1 Papillion La Vista Monarchs.
Thank you to the Hernandez parents for providing the food for our crew tonight. Also, thank you to BCDM Engineering for sponsoring the meals for PLV Media.
Tonight's game's forecast is cloudy with a temperature of 77 degrees. Welcome up to the broadcast booth. I'm Brody Carter, joined by Caleb Tuberville.
First with some Eagles notes, the Eagles are coming off a win 34-30 to the Creighton Prep Junior Jays. We had the opportunity to speak with Central's head coach Terrence Mackey about their win against the Junior Jays. We stay motivated by getting better each week and trying to reach for our goal of making the playoffs. You should expect a very physical game because Papillion is a physical team. We are going to keep fighting and not quit. No comfort level because we still have areas where we need to improve, blocking and tackling being the top two.
Last week, the Monarchs are coming off of a 56-21 loss to the Millard South Patriots. Monarchs quarterback Cameron Leggett had 155 passing yards while only completing 10 of his 22 passes. He had 2 passing touchdowns. Leggett also had the most yards on the ground with 72. He also got into the end zone once. Isaac Pamaram had 107 receiving yards and both of Leggett's passing touchdowns. Shifting over to the defensive side, sophomore defensive back Jack Jelinek was the team's leading tackler with 8. He also had 1 TFL, and Cooper Wills was also 3 for 3 on PATs. So tonight's game will really alter the playoff bracket for the next coming weeks. If Monarchs win, they'll obviously be 6-1, going in strong to their last two weeks of the season. But Omaha Central, they're 500 at 3-3, so we could expect a dogfight tonight. Yes,
the Monarchs are coming off a pretty strong loss last week to the Millard South Patriots, who are currently number 1 in the state. So this is going to be a very difficult game for the Central Eagles.
And we also have a very, very good game against 2 very good opponents in Elkhorn South and Omaha West Side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tonight is also a night that is very special for both sidelines, because it is, I believe to be the first Monarch home football game of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, it is.
It's a pretty big deal.
Back deep for the Monarchs is kick returner Isaac Pamaran.
And as you can see, the Omaha Central Eagles have decided to defer. So that's going to be something pretty interesting to see. See how they capitalize in the first half. And also the Monarch student section is pink out, and it is also a very strong tradition for the Monarchs, being their cross-country teams paint up run. We had our Metro race just yesterday, ready for some strong different district running.
And I did hear that you did make districts, is it, or metros?
I ran in the Metro meet yesterday.
Metro meet, yes. So congratulations for you.
Thank you, thank you. But enough about me, and now some high school football.
Hendrick Schrader is Omaha Central's kicker, and again, Isaac Pamaran is back deep to receive.
Isaac Pamaran has been a very, very good player for this Monarch team this year. As for those who watched the Monarch Titan game, first game of the year, it was an absolute dogfight carried by Isaac Pamaran, and he has not let off the gas at all this year. Arguably one of the main pieces of why they're currently 5-1, looking to be 6-1.
Schrader's kick is pretty high, and it's fielded right at the 30. Number 11, Nathan Ford.
Hendrick Schrader's kickoff.
Ford,
Fair
pretty
caught
good
by
player.
Nathan Ford for Papillion La
And
Vista.
we will see Cameron Leggett coming out for the Monarchs. And Leggett this year has just been outstanding.
Yes, he has. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how they go about the game plan today, because he, as someone who has 1,000 passing yards and 13 passing touchdowns, you can't count out his arm, but you also can't count out this team's rushing ability. Their offensive line, really good. Two great running backs in Michael Valencia Jr. and Antonio DiGiacomo, and Cameron Leggett being able to run on the ground.
DiGiacomo on the carry. He was taken down by Jason Traylor for Omaha Central. It'll now be 2nd and 9, ball on the 31.
That's something that the Eagles are going to have to do, shut down the run. As stated before, this is a very run-heavy team based off that offensive line, led by Garen Bailey, Texas Tech commit. But also, they have to be able to play a little bit deep, because if they decide to open up some of those deep passes with Leggett throwing to either Bogats or maybe even Pamaran, it can be scary.
Leggett's pass is caught by Cale Johnson, and Cale Johnson will take it to the Central 46.
And there you go. There's that Monarch passing team. I do not mean to disrespect Cale Johnson for leaving him out of there, but he himself has almost 400 yards and 4 touchdowns on only 28 catches this year, which I see is a little bit disrespectful in comparison to his defensive stats.
Yes,
which are
he
quite
is
strong.
a rack monster.
He's a stud, as some say.
Leggett gives it to DiGiacomo. DiGiacomo is carrying defenders with him. Jaden Griffin and Elijah Wayne were first there for Omaha Central.
I don't know what else to add to that, but DiGiacomo, absolute standout. Has not been letting, like last year, after Peyton Prestito, I think the Monarchs' career rushing yards leader, or at least rushing yards in the season, he had some big shoes to fill, and he has not let them shoes go unfilled.
DiGiacomo on the carry again, and he was met by Jaden Griffin. It will now be 2nd and 11 after that 1-yard loss. Ball on the 27.
So far, this Eagles defense has been very 50-50. They're either shutting it down before it can get anything moving, or they're giving up 20 yards of play, which is not going to be great to carry out against this Monarch team.
Leggett looks right. Pass is to Antonio DiGiacomo, and he slips one tackle, but he's taken down by Anthony Liggins.
He might not have been able to break all the tackles and go for the yards that he wanted, but if you saw, he didn't just get hit by the second man and just fall over. He fought for it. That's something that this Monarch team is good at, staying low, staying strong, showing that inner power that we all have. They're able to capitalize on it.
It is now 3rd and 6 from the 22. That previous gain was a 5-yard gain. Leggett gives it to number 20, Brody Parr. He was taken down by Jaden Griffin and Jason Traylor.
Another dimension to that Monarch rush. Brody Parr. They have running backs all over this roster, and every single one of them has the athletic ability to change a game.
Leggett gives it to Parr. Parr still fighting for yards, and he will not get the fourth down conversion, and it will be a turnover on downs. The Eagles will take over on their own 17-yard line.
There you go. That Eagles defense showing why they have to win this game. I believe they stated before that their tackling and their tackling was one of their main focuses. Excuse me. But so far, once they get their hands on you, they're taking you down. They have not shown many signs of slipping or any errors today.
Quarterback for Omaha Central is Bernard Newsom, and Haney gets all the way to the 34-yard line, and he just runs out of bounds.
Smart. Honestly, that's all I can say is very smart. It's early in the game. You want to keep going for big plays, big yards. Who knows, maybe even run up that stat total in the year. But you know what? That's a smart play. Running out of bounds, making sure to conserve yourself for the rest of the game since that's your first carry and already having a first down shows where they're going for this game.
Haney outright again, and he will be met in the backfield and he was taken down by linebacker Micah Ariano.
And there you go with that Monarch defense. That front seven has been getting there all season long. Have not shown many signs of error. Sacks all over the defensive line. Tackles for a loss by all sorts of players. And another thing, you can't even attack the pass because that secondary is just so athletic. It might not seem like it has the most size out there, which the Monarchs really don't, but they're just pure athleticism. And being able to shift around the field is insanity.
Newsom on the carry, and flags fly behind the line of scrimmage.
Seems to be a little bit of a trick to the quarterback.
It'll be a holding on Omaha Central.
Flags down.
As you said earlier, this is a big game. This is a big game for both teams. This game could potentially knock the Central Eagles out of playoff contention, or who knows, maybe even keep the Monarchs in a position to win that district title, which would be something would be one of the first times in a long time they've gone back-to-back district title wins. But something that these teams have to remember is that it's all about fun. It's still high school football. That's something I learned from my grandma, my Mimi, out home in Louisiana. Something about these high school teams. They have to remember to have fun. Have to remember this is still some fun ball.
And Newsom goes deep for number 3, Torrey Pittman the third, and that is an Omaha Central touchdown.
Speaking of fun, I know for a fact he's going to have fun on that bus ride home, thinking about that one touchdown he had here in the first quarter. That was crazy. He burned who I believe was Pamaran by my looks, or maybe I'm incorrect, but he just set him up perfectly with a nice streak route. And here we have an instant replay of what happened.
That was just a nice pass by Bernard Newsom.
It was
Jack
Jelinek.
Jack Jelinek.
The extra point.
Jack Jelinek just could not hold up with that speed.
Hendrick Schrader will be on to kick the PAT for the Eagles. His kick was low, but it is no good.
Owen Bogatz was almost there to get the block, but just wasn't there. Something I've noticed, kicker's a little small. Very different from, but I can't really say it's much different from the Monarch kicker. But in comparison to some kickers from last year, not really small, not really the biggest person. But you know what? It doesn't matter about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the fight of, it's about the, excuse me, it's about the fight in the dog. And he drilled that perfectly right down the middle, and it looked perfect to me. Just a little low.
Would like to thank our Gold Crown sponsors. First Westbrook Bank, James and Wellen. Callers today, Bob and Lisa.
And again, the Monarch student section is pink out for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And you also said the cross-country team is doing one of their annual runs, correct?
The paint-up run. They met at around the the Papillion La Vista High School. They painted up from head to toe. And sure enough, they just ran from there down 77. And sure enough, they just ran flags and arms, down highways, down streets, up hills, down hills. Just trying to rally as many people they could to come down to this game and enjoy some Monarch football. And I stated before, we also had a Metro race just yesterday. Did not necessarily have the best times, but as a team, we performed pretty well. So, we're trying to have a dominant performance at district, which I believe is later next week, also here at Papillion La Vista South High School.
Schrader set to kick for the Eagles. Pamaran is back deep for the Monarchs.
Pamaran looking to have another kick return like he did first game of the season. And it's up. It's a little low.
It is fielded around the 23-ish yard line by Alex McCain.
Alex McCann on the return for Papillion La Vista.
He was taken down by Austin Lathan.
See, their kicker really isn't necessarily getting it far, but that kickoff unit is getting down there almost instant. He's kicking it so short that the Monarch return team has to run up really far to get it, and it just sets them up in a vulnerable position, a position that they're not able to recover from sometimes.
Monarchs will take over on the 28 and gives it to Brody Parr. Brody Parr will get a Monarch first down. Taken down by Jeremiah Rowe.
20 taken down by 20. But something interesting that I've noticed is maybe it's just early in the game, but we haven't really seen much of Michael Valencia Jr., the freshman that has been a mainstay basically for this Monarch offense. Maybe there's an injury going on that we don't know about, but hopefully he comes back in or the Monarchs keep dominating.
And there's a low snap, and Cameron Leggett falls on it.
Is that good awareness you need to have as a starting quarterback?
4-yard loss on the play. It's second
And
and
it's a
14 from the 35.
4-yard loss after that fumbled snap. It is 2nd and 14 on the 35.
And as you see on your screen, the size of the Monarch offensive line. I don't think any one of them is under the height of 6'3".
Leggett going out left, and he is sacked by number 9, Isaac Ackerman.
There you go. That's something that the Monarchs have got to get better at doing for at least this game, for a team that has nothing left to lose but everything left to win.
It is 3rd and 21. That was a 7-yard loss from the 28.
Sacks are going to be a big thing, I believe, for this Eagles defense. Here we go. We have an instant replay.
You see, just trying to get away from Ackerman. And Leggett is in the shotgun. Looks deep. Pass is caught by Pamaran. And he needs 2 people to bring him down.
Sorry for attempting to interrupt you there, but that was an absolute missile. Didn't necessarily get the first down, but that was a beautiful throw.
Andre Bolton was there first for the Eagles. And Williams leaving his offense out there. It was 4th and 3. And Williams wants to discuss his plan on 4th down. With that timeout, it will leave 2 left for the Monarchs and 3 for the Eagles. And we do want to say that Monarch punter Blake Major is he got an offer to UNK, to the to the Lopers in Kearney. So good for him.
I mean, might not be the biggest school. Some people might not even recognize who that is. But I'll tell you this, I don't have an offer to UNK. You don't have an offer to UNK, so that's something to brag about. And here you go. As you can hear, potentially, that Monarch band just being so absolutely positive here. Even though they're down early, it doesn't mean that this Monarch student section is going to show up any disappointment. Along with the cheer squad and dance team. Also happens to be the cheerleaders' senior night, I believe.
That is correct.
So special shout out to them.
And Williams is going to keep his team out there for 4th down. It is 4th and 3 on the 46. Leggett.
Oh, it's a punt.
He punted the ball, and he gets a nice roll, and it is returned by Torrey Pittman, and Pittman's going down the left sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds by Cameron Leggett. There is flags down on the 21 and on the 23-yard line.
That was not what I expected. He lined up in a passing formation and just took it and bam, just kicked it. Wasn't a bad punt, though.
It was not a bad punt. We're waiting to see the call, though, for the flags. It is an illegal block in the back by Omaha Central.
And here's an instant replay of that punt. And look, it rolled. It rolled just absolutely beautifully, but they just ran by it, and number 3 was able to scoop it and take off for it.
But unfortunately, with that block in the back, it will take them all the way back to the 5-yard line.
That's not
Correction, the 11-yard line.
Huddle was on the 5-yard line, but that's something you don't want to see. You don't want to see blocks in the back. You just want to see some fun, natural football. Nothing cheap, nothing dirty.
Haney on the carry.
Kylan Haney on the carry for the Eagles.
Taken down by Waylon Iman and Drew Churchich. Ty Jelinek was also there on the takedown.
From the 9-yard line.
See this Monarch defense, a very tough team, as Central's coach has stated, but it's stoppable. You can get by that. You just have to learn to outmuscle a team that is really strong. But so far, they have not done a bad job of it, and there's a flag on the play.
Newsom rolling all the way out right. And he will be close to the first down. Pamaran almost got his hand on him. Flag down at the 4.
Seems to be another one, as I saw, closer to the 5, maybe to the 6-yard line. But I didn't necessarily see anything wrong.
I didn't either.
Maybe there was a hold or something, but I didn't see it. That's why I'm not a referee.
And it'll be on Omaha Central because they are moving back. It will probably be a holding.
I'm honestly a little bit confused.
I am too.
Here we see our head judge.
It's another block in the back by Omaha Central.
I don't know. Maybe they're overthinking the basically the winner go home at this point. I don't necessarily know, but I know for a fact those blocks, especially to the back, are gonna have to stop. Here are the Eagles.
Newsom outright to number 21, Nichols Jr.
Andrell Nichols Jr.
And he was taken down by Jack Jelinek.
On the stop for the Monarchs. It's
Sophomore,
third down.
Jack Jelinek on the
Third
tackle.
and 11 from the 10-yard line.
Sure enough, tackles another sophomore, Andrell Nichols Jr. Monarchs are quick. That's something I can absolutely tell you. They are fast to get to the play. There's sometimes where that speed slips, but they can fix it.
And Kylan Haney was taken out by Isaac Pamaran. It will bring up 4th down and 8 on the 13.
It'll be interesting to see because the Monarchs have been really close to the first down.
But
it's 4th and 7.
From the 14-yard
And
line.
pardon me, I believe it's interesting what they're going to do here. And it seems like they're going to punt. Yeah, it's a situation where you do not want to be holding on to that ball. One mistake, and you set your team, and you set the Monarchs up to be inside the 5. 9 for the Eagles. Isaac Ackerman back there to punt. And this says the defensive end and tight end. It's a big punter.
That is a big punter. Back at the 50-yard line is senior Isaac Pamaran and Jonathan Harden. And Harden will go out of bounds.
Jonathan Harden Jr.
That's
with
fair.
a catch.
Yeah, I believe it to be a fair catch.
Correction, fair catch. It is 1st and 10 on the 43. So the Monarchs are in Omaha, or in Eagles territory.
He's Payne coming back into the huddle. Oh, seems like he's going over to the sideline. But here comes that Monarch offense. And sure enough, there he is, Michael Valencia Jr. running out there too. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. See if they go to capitalize off the pass like the Eagles did to score first, or just stick with the run. Sure enough, it is a run.
Junior up the middle. He was taken down by Jerry Jackson.
Jerry Jackson Jr. Loves some good alliteration. Taught to me by Miss Skradsky, my AP Lang teacher. But here you go. This Monarch team has got to figure something out, because so far they've been getting plays, but whenever it matters, they're getting stopped, and that's not good.
Leggett out to Pamaran. Pamaran trucks a man and was taken out of bounds by Jeremiah Rowe.
Again, able to carry this team on his back, just like Greg Jennings. Able to lower that shoulder and hit some people. He's also an amazing baseball player. I believe to be All-State last year. So, you know he has some speed, especially when he wants to get around those bases. But here, to score some touchdowns.
Pamaran gives it, Leggett gives it to Junior again, and he'll only get about 1 yard.
Pamaran's good, but he's not playing quarterback.
I don't know what I was looking at.
It's all right. It happens.
It is 2nd and 10, so Valencia got back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be on the 27 with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first quarter.
Hey, I saw your buddy Armando Armas run in at tight end.
Leggett scrambles, and he's sacked for the second time today by by Terrell Wynn. That is the second time Leggett has gotten sacked tonight.
Yeah. That is something they have got to get rid of. They have got to stop letting their quarterback get tackled. Or maybe it's a problem of Leggett himself. He has not really been running like we usually see him do. He's been kind of just waiting in the pocket, which is not necessarily his game. He's a quick thrower, and that's about it.
Leggett
maybe a runner.
Going outright, and he is met for his third sack.
Helmet comes off.
Cameron Leggett is sacked by Isaac Ackerman.
Isaac Ackerman
Seems to be
and
doing all right.
Jason Trailer on for the sack.
4-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down and 20 from the 37-yard line.
4th and 20 from the 37.
Seems like the punt team is coming out.
I was going to say it's a pretty long punt.
Tesla Heminger in to punt.
Oh, Tesla Heminger. One of my friends. Correction, Jonathan Adams is the punter.
Punt is up. And it rolls to the 11-yard line. And what? That was
Ty Jelinek touched the ball down at the 11-yard line.
For a player that is not playing quarterback or punter like Jonathan Adams, that was a great kick.
That was not a bad punt. And up here in the PLV media booth, we love all football players, kickers and punters included. Sure enough, that Eagles team looking to add more to that score than that first big touchdown they scored not too long ago. Time is starting to wind down here in the first quarter, though. Only a minute and 2 seconds left.
Haney going outright, and he is met by Cale Johnson and Isaac Pamaran.
There you go, two key players for this team. Pamaran, all-around athlete, and Cale Johnson, just absolute defensive monster. Not just showing out on the offensive side of the ball, but on defense, he has 45 total tackles 11 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, and a pick. That's not normal. He is not a normal person.
Newsome scrambles to his right and was taken down by Garen Maley.
Jared Maley, who mainly focuses on the offensive side of the ball, offensive tackle, I believe to be their right tackle, potentially their left. Don't quote me on that. It's the replay here. Logan Holtmeyer also being there, another standout player for this defense. But also, Garen Maley, Texas Tech commit, as stated before. Very athletic player. Also plays a lot of basketball, and I believe still throws for the Monarch track and field team.
All-around athlete.
As are most of the Monarch football players.
Yes. That is the end of the first quarter. Score Omaha Central 6, Papillion La Vista 0.
Which, that happens. That's not always. Brody just threw a water bottle in the trash can. Absolute bucket. You can expect to hear him during basketball commentary later this winter.
Yes, I cannot wait for basketball season.
Same here, man. That'll be absolutely so fun to hear you. And along with, I believe, to be Maggie Frederick out there with you as well.
And I also love basketball season because it's winter. Winter is my favorite time of the year. I love it being cold outside. I know I'm weird, but...
Speaking of, it is a little warm tonight at a very comfortable 77 degrees Fahrenheit, which in comparison to the last time we streamed, it's a little warm.
But it's not muggy out or humid.
No.
We do get a breeze every so often. Right now the American flag by the field goal is not moving. It's moving a little bit, so we are getting a little bit of a breeze, but other than that,
I don't know if necessarily you can, and as you see on your screen, you see that Monarch marching band absolutely having a stand here in the blast. But back to the weather, I don't necessarily see a breeze. I just see gravity maybe moving it around just a little bit.
The Eagles it is 3rd and 13 on the 8. Omaha Central really needs to get this first down, especially with where they're at on the field.
3rd and 13.
Newsome outright to Grigsby, and he's met. He was taken down by Micah Ariano.
I've seen him around before, and honestly, it's a little scary. It's a little scary in the hallways, knowing somebody that on game days is making plays like that.
3-yard gain on the play. It's 4th down and 9 from the 12-yard line.
And for those of you who learned about our stream from our Instagram account or Facebook, we want to give a special shout out to Gabriella Ridout for making those posts, taking her time to do that. Special shout out to her.
And Omaha Central will call their first timeout of the half. They will have 2 remaining with 11:14 left.
Looks like there's a timeout by Central. Central taking, I believe, to be their first timeout of the half. And there you go. You see on your screen our Monarch cheer team. Their senior night, having an absolute blast tonight. You see some girls with tiaras and little satchels on. You know they're having a great time. Here we go. Both teams are running back out onto the field.
Isaac Pamarin and Jonathan Harden will receive. Ackerman's kick. Sorry, I was trying to look for who it was for a second.
How about Pamaran gets the ball? There's another flag.
We got laundry, people.
I like that. It's a pretty common thing we've seen from the Eagles team so far. A lot of penalties.
Lots of
a
penalties.
lot of penalties. There you go, looking for the head judge, waiting for him to find a play or find a penalty. Oh, and Paymaran's.
It is a face mask on the Eagles. And
walked off with a little bit of a limp.
And as our teacher, Ms. Hoke, said, Omaha Central is literally killing themselves with all these flags.
And now we are in the red zone. Pardon. They are just behind the 20-yard line. But here you go. They hand it off to DiGiacomo by the looks of it. And it seems like
he's going nowhere. Isaiah Moore and Terrell Wynn were there first for Omaha Central. It is 2 yards, so he did get 2 yards on the play. It is now 2nd and 8 on the 19. They are now in the red zone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Leggett gives it to Brody Parr. Was taken down by Isaiah Moore again.
Your name twin, Brody and Brody. You know?
I've actually never met Brody Parr.
Neither have I. Quite interesting because I go to his school. But you know what? Doesn't necessarily matter. All that matters is that he has a great game and I have a great game commentating. You as well, Brody.
Bennett and Bogath on the top of your screen. Pamaran, the lone receiver, on the bottom. Leggett looking Pamaran's way. It's caught, and he is met quickly by number 13, Marlon Brewer.
There you go. Isaac Pamaran. No matter rain or shine, guarded or not, very close, like pressure or not, he's catching the ball. He's showed a little bit of a limp coming off that punt, but now it seems to me, took a little bit of a breath, took a little bit of a shot of water. I think he's back to normal.
It is now 1st and goal for the Monarchs on the 8. Gives it to Parr. Parr will get to the 5-yard line. It is now, correction, that was Valencia Jr. He was taken down by Jerry Jackson Jr.
There you go, back with that alliteration. Jerry Jackson seems to be playing pretty well so far this game.
And he is a junior as well.
Yes, he is. So he's probably a mainstay on this Eagle defense. Brody Parr.
Parr gets in for the Monarch touchdown. It is now tied up.
Monarch
6-6.
And there you go. Monarch cross country sprinting down the track, doing what they do. And now you see the instant replay of that touchdown. Brody, that Monarch offensive line, as stated before, just absolutely dominant. Able to blow a wide enough gap in between that Eagles defensive line that they're just scoring touchdowns. And there you go, that Monarch cross-country team that we all competed at Metros yesterday, except for Ethan Logston, who sadly had an injury. But you know what? Doesn't stop him from being here to support the Monarch football team.
Will's kick is up, and it is good. And last week versus Millard South, Wills was 100% on his field goals. He was 3 for 3 on his field goals PATs last week.
And for those who watched the Papillion La Vista Monarchs versus the Papillion La Vista South Titan football game that opened the year, I jinxed Cooper Wills. I talked about how he was a great kicker, trying to prove that he is the kicker, and he missed it.
He did miss it.
And sure enough, I don't think he's missed a single kick for the rest of the year, so whenever he's kicking, I'm just going to shut my mouth.
I remember I did that during the basketball season last year. When they would go up for the free throw, if they had 100% throughout the whole entire season, I would say, They're really good at making free throws, and then as soon as they go for the free throw, they missed it.
Happens to the best of us. And there you go. You see that Monarch cheer team celebrating their seniors, celebrating, just trying to get the Monarch student section to stay hyped, stay happy, and stay representing. There you go. You see
Cooper Wills set to kick.
Cooper Wills will kick
Sears
for
Bursby and Anthony Liggins
the Monarchs.
I believe this is the Monarchs' first kickoff of the game. They've had a punt. They had a fourth down turnover, and then a touchdown.
Yes.
So yeah,
Monarchs are in the lead by 1 with 8:42 left.
no, in football, every point matters. Cooper Wills getting ready. Small frame, big leg.
His kick.
Boom!
There's a little squib kick. It will be recovered at about the 19-yard line by Liggins,
Anthony Liggins.
and he was met first by Micah Ariano.
There you go, that Monarch kickoff unit. Haven't seen them basically at all this game, but there you go. Stopping them just as quick as the Eagles. Stop their kickoff. Stop their kickoff return unit, pardon me.
Bernard Newsom will lead the Eagles out onto the field. And this game has been very defensive with only a 7-6 score so far.
This is not what we're used to seeing out of this Monarch team. Last week, they opened up really hot.
Haney out left. Taken down by Cale Johnson.
Cale Johnson, absolute stud. But as stated earlier, the Monarchs are coming off a pretty bad loss to the Miller South Patriots.
35-yard line.
And with that, pardon me, and with that, you see they're upset. You see that they want to bounce back. Because what was the score? 24 to 51?
It was 21 to 56, I believe.
56, pardon me. But that is never what you want to see. Monarchs currently a top 5 team in Class A. That big loss was not helpful. They were undefeated going into that game, looking, and personally I believe if they had beaten the Miller South Patriots, I feel like there's no one stopping them from being the #1 team in the state. But sadly, just wasn't their night that night, and sure enough, they're here at home, ready to bounce back.
Haney outright, and he's taken out about the 40. Was taken out by Jack Jelinek, and there is a flag on the field on the Monarch sideline.
Believed to be.
And I will say something about Kylan Haney. He's a bigger running back, but he has got speed with him.
He's pretty quick.
It'll be a 10-yard penalty on Central.
Did you catch the call?
I did not hear the mic from the ref, but I would be assuming it's probably a holding call.
Or potentially a late hit, because to me it did seem a little bit late. Maybe his foot was out of bounds and
After the penalty, it's
contact.
2nd and 9
But
of the 28-yard
it's recoverable.
line.
2nd and 9 for the Eagles. Monarchs trying to get a stop.
Newsom outright to his receiver, Jaden Griffin, and Griffin taken down by Drew Churchitz and Isaac Pamaran. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 43 for Omaha Central.
Is good for an Eagle first down. 1st and 10 Central from the 43-yard line.
We have 7 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in this game.
There you go, as Brody said. Time's starting to wind down in this first half. Still have a little bit of time to make a play, though.
Newsom tries to get it for Jaden Griffin. but no catch there. It will now be 3rd and 10.
Micah Arellano on the coverage.
Ariano was on the coverage there for
From the 43-yard line.
the Monarchs, and it is 2nd and 10, correction, not 3rd and 10.
Here we are. The Eagles, who've been pretty good when it comes to getting those first downs, are trying to convert one here.
And Haney going out left and is dragged out of bounds by Cale Johnson, but there is a flag down at the 43 of Omaha Central. And it will be a holding. It will negate that positive play.
They have got to learn to get that under wraps. They have not been showing much, if any, discipline when it comes to the penalties. I don't know what they need to change, or maybe if they have to go into the locker room at halftime and their coach might have to lecture them. Stay focused.
And they are beating themselves down with these penalties.
Yes, it's terrible. If they didn't have as many penalties as they had, I believe that this score would be totally different. The score could potentially be 21-7.
Newsome goes out left, goes back right, fires on the run to Yasir Grigsby, and he will get the first down. Was taken down by Ty Jelinek, and what a beautiful throw by Newsome.
That was absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't agree with you more. But for the Monarch side, you hear the name Jelinek a lot. Jack and Ty, two brothers. Jack being a sophomore, Ty being a senior. But they're both absolute studs on this defense. And so far, I think they're MVPs of this defense.
Screen pass here to number 14, Cord Whitcomb. And he was taken out of bounds by Waylon Iman. I did pronounce Whitcomb's name wrong. It is Cordy Whitcomb.
And here it is, an instant replay of what happened. Brought down by Waylon Iman. Absolute beautiful tackle. He's another senior. He's trying to show out in his last season.
It is now 2nd and 12 on the 48. Newsome is sacked by Micah Ariano.
There you go. That Monarch defense showing how good they are at getting back to the quarterback. I believe they are well over double-digit sacks this year as a team. And as you see down there, number 69, Logan Haltmeyer, has been playing absolutely outstanding. Currently sitting at 32 tackles, 19 tackles for a loss, and 5 sacks. He's trying to make himself a mainstay after the other seniors around him graduate.
Newsome
he's only
out
a junior.
left was caught by Grigsby, and he was being chased by Holtmeyer. He luckily got that pass off.
Run out of bounds by Waylon Iman.
Iman again, and we will take a look at this instant replay. And what a way to get out of Bogat's tackle by Grigsby.
Bogat's not being the biggest runner, but being a team captain and a dominant runner or defender, pardon me. It's unusual to see him miss a tackle, let alone that badly.
Ackerman's punt is high, and it will get a bounce, and it'll land at about the 9-yard line. Andre Bolton Jr. was there to field it, and there is a flag down.
For those who don't know, alongside us here at the stream is the Cox streaming crew. They decided to stream this game, and we have a cameraman next to us, and at halftime, Brady's getting his own interview with them. How you feeling?
Kind of nervous.
Don't be. You do interviews yourself anyway as a journalism student.
That is true.
So just go with the flow, man. I'm happy for you, but to be totally honest, I'm very jealous.
And there was a personal foul penalty on the Monarchs, so that will move them back half the distance to the goal at the 5-yard line.
Senior night parents, please report to the track at this time. Band senior night parents, please report to the track
And also,
at this time.
another interesting thing, it's not just cheer senior night, it's the Monarch Band senior night. One of the bigger senior night activities is the walk at halftime and getting to see your video.
Leggett gives it to Cale Johnson, and Jaden Griffin was there first.
Here's a replay.
11-yard gain is good for a Monarch first down. First and 10, Papillion La Vista.
And that is one of Leggett's key things that he does. He did get sacked 3 times tonight, but he does get the ball out quick. When he checks all of his reads, he can get the ball out really quick.
Yes, sir, he sure does. I'm not 100% positive of this, but I believe he might be a baseball player.
And DiGiacomo gets to the 22-yard line, and Tavian Winsley and Jeremiah Rowe there for the Eagles to get the stop. It is now 2nd and 5 on the 21.
And here's another instant replay.
Never mind.
Potentially I'm wrong. Got hands off to,
I believe that is Junior, and he will get to the 30-yard line.
it's Parr.
Correction, that's Parr.
He has not necessarily been a starting back for them, but this game, maybe because DiGiacomo is graduating and Birdie Parr will be here next year. But now he has been playing a lot of snaps, and he's been playing really, really well.
And they are using him as a power halfback, and Parr will get to about the 45-yard line.
Correct. Party. Adding on to power, he did not want to go down.
He did not. And I do like what Williams is doing. Valencia Jr. is now in, and they're kind of doing this little rotation where Valencia's in for a couple of plays, Parr's in, and then DiGiacomo. But Valencia, flag down at the 44.
Michael Valencia Jr.
They had a fullback. They had Gavin Hamilton back there at fullback. Which you don't necessarily see in football anymore. But Gavin Hamilton, if you recognize that name, younger brother of both Dallas and Cameron Hamilton, who graduated last year.
Studs.
Absolute
studs.
I believe they both went on to play college ball. They're both out playing college ball. I believe Dallas or one of the two is at UNK right now. Maybe he'll be playing with Blake Major later in the future. Pardon.
2nd and 11 on the 29. 3 minutes left. Leggett has all the time to throw. Stepping up in the pocket, rolling out right. Pass is intended for Bogat. And that just goes right off of the fingertips.
Maybe a little high. Maybe the size of Bogat's got to him. Maybe the pass being a little bit wonky. But man, that hit him right in the hands. He almost had it too. Just a little bit higher. Maybe if he threw the ball a little bit later, just let the ball go a little bit lower instead of as high as he did. Could have been something big, but can't change the past. Can only focus about the future.
3rd and 11 from the 29 again. Leggett, all the time in the world to throw. Gives it to Cale Johnson, and Johnson will be down on the yard to gain, and they are giving him the first down. 1st and 10, Monarchs on the 40.
Perfect play by Cale Johnson. It's great that this Monarch team is as focused and locked in as they are since we were out of school today. We got the day off.
DiGiacomo here outright and is taken down by Anthony Liggins.
Anthony
And the
Liggett
Monarchs
stop for
seem to be kind of running hurry up.
the play at 2nd and 2.
It is 2nd and 2
Yard line.
at the 48. The Giacomo going out, par in.
You can tell the Monarchs are in a situation where they're trying to score, where they want as many points as possible for the half,
Par,
being 2 minutes left in the first half.
Brody Parr on the carry for the Monarchs.
taken down by Jerry Jackson Jr.
Jerry Jackson Jr.
Jerry Jackson,
tackle for the
heard his
Eagles.
name already a couple times today.
Timeout. Flat.
And
There you go, the Monarchs just call for their
Loss on the play.
second timeout.
And taking a look around the Metro tonight, Omaha West Side is home against Elkhorn South, number 2 versus number 3. Very big game, and West Side is up 31-0 on the Storm.
Very representative of what happened during the state title last year. I believe it was 42-0 in that game.
I think so, yes.
Which,
I actually think the Storm got 8 points, so I think it was 42-8, but just total domination by the Warriors.
yes, that is something that they are really good at. It is honestly a shocker that they are not currently number 1 in Class A after their constant domination. But sure enough, Elkhorn South, still a very good team. Even if they don't win this game, they could very realistically be one of the better teams. Another look around the Metro, Papillion La Vista South being up 41-14 over the Omaha South Packers.
And that game is only in the first quarter, by the way, too.
That is something I did not catch, and that is quite interesting. And here we are, Monarchs are back out there,
Leggett
play action.
fake and tries to get it to Cale Johnson.
Cameron Leggett's pass.
Stop the clock with 1:51 left. It is now 4th and 2,
From the 48-yard line.
and Williams will bring out the punting unit.
Saw some really great players jogging off the field there. But this Monarch defense is something you cannot be upset with. I understand they let 56 points be scored on them by the Millard South Patriots last week. I understand they have not played perfect this game. But once the pieces start coming together, you will see why I believe this is the best defense in the state. They are absolutely unbelievable. Their teamwork, their ability to get back there for the pass and the rush, and their ability to stop the pass once it's in the air is just insanity. It's something that not many, if any team, can replicate.
And Tim Williams calls his last timeout of the half. We'll stop the play with 1:51 left.
I can imagine that the Eagles are saving those 2 timeouts just to get every inch they can get whenever it's their turn to get the ball here in what seems to be not too long.
Tesla Heminger into punt.
Tesla Heminger to punt for the Monarchs. Number 6, Cecilo Lorden III. Correction if I mispronounced that. And I believe that is number 2, Yasir Grigsby, back for the Eagles. And what a beautiful punt by Heminger. We'll get a Monarch roll.
And
Fielded at the 26 by
Punt is down for
Ty
punt.
Jelinek.
Ty Jelinek. 1st and 10. Omaha Central from the 22-yard
beautiful punt
line.
by someone who I don't believe usually plays punter. A wide receiver / DB, according to Tim Williams. I don't think they'll have anything to worry about next year when Blake Major graduates.
And both Jeleniks are also on the Monarch basketball team as well. They do play basketball. So we'll see them in the winter season as well. Newsom outright to Grigsby. And Grigsby
Whoa.
making people miss. He's taken down at the 33.
I'm not certain of what others. Cale Johnson finally brought him down, but I'm not 100% positive of what sports he plays. But I guarantee you this: he plays more sports than just football. And if he does, I would honestly be surprised.
Newsome on the keeper. Taken down by Cale Johnson again. Nearing the minute mark.
Showing his abilities as a runner, which we haven't really seen out of the other number 7 quarterback in this game. Ty Jelenic, pardon me. Cameron Leggett.
And Coach Mackey of Omaha Central will take his second timeout, leaving him one left with 1:07 left to go in the first half.
So far, this game seems like it's going to be very, very close. Does not seem like there's going to be much, if any, inches given.
And when we go into halftime, you will see the Monarch Band, and they will also be doing, I believe, band and cheer senior night.
Yes, sir.
And the dance team as well.
And for those interested, the Papillion La Vista Monarch Band's show this year is 1,000 crayons, I believe. It's a beautiful show if you care to watch and enjoy. There you go, you see that?
Newsome outright keeps it again, jukes out Micah Ariano, and goes out of bounds at about the 48-yard line.
Very, very athletic. Having a great game so far.
6-yard gain is good for an Eagle first.
And it is a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. 1:01 left to go. Looks to be flipping the play here.
I know for a fact, because I just got a text from one of my Monarch cross-country buddies, that they are missing running down that 100-meter straight.
And pass is caught by Pittman. Pittman refuses to go down and taken down by Waylon Iman. Pittman was the one who had the third, or not 30-yard touchdown, about the 65-yard touchdown at the beginning of the game for the Eagles.
I believe around that, yes, sir. Also, another thing, and here we go, the Eagles have just taken, never mind, there's an injury on the field. I thought it was their first timeout, or their final timeout.
And Newsome on the game is 9 for 10, 145 yards, and 1 passing touchdown.
If you saw it just a moment ago, you saw a mini fire truck drive in front of our dance team, which is something I haven't seen before. But speaking of sidelines, seems to be Darren Maley walking off the field. So speaking of sidelines, another interesting fact about the Monarch paint-up run is it's not just a run. After every Monarch touchdown or every point on the board, whatever the score portrays for the Monarchs, the cross-country team does that in push-ups.
Oh, wow.
So if the score happens to bump up to 56, they have to do 56 push-ups.
Isaac Ackerman caught Jelenic and Ariano first to Ackerman. 39 seconds left in the first half. It is now 1st and 10 from the 19. Central's got to get going. 30 seconds left in the first half. Newsome keeping it. And he is in for the Omaha Central touchdown. Newsome turns on those jets and gets in for the Eagles' second touchdown.
He flew like an eagle on that play. That was a beautiful run, beautiful blocking, and an even more beautiful dive for the end zone. Quick replay here of it. It was gorgeous.
That was gorgeous.
He flew like an eagle with that jump there. Faster than fast, quicker than quick.
Hendrick Schrader to attempt the extra point.
Hendrick Schrader to make the extra point, and it is good. Monarchs 7, Omaha Central 13, with 19 and a half seconds left to go in this first half.
That there was quite interesting. That was quite an interesting thing. I knew that their quarterback was quite athletic. I didn't know he was like that. Wow.
And coming out of halftime, I believe the Monarchs will be getting the ball after half,
I believe so.
if my memory.
No, it is the Central Eagles because they deferred in the first half.
Okay. So the Monarchs want to score here.
There you go, that kickoff unit for the Eagles coming out. Wonder if we'll see a switch up, maybe a farther kick than just the little bumps they've been doing early.
Pamaran, McCain, and Harden all back to receive Schrader's kick.
Quite impressive. Like, list of players out there to return the kicks. Go. Maybe if we see an insane kick return, we'll see some cross-country runner push-ups. We are quite skinny, so maybe we'll get a little bit stronger.
And it is fielded at the 15 by Pamaran. Pamaran going out right, going down the sideline, and gets out of bounds with 11 seconds left.
11.8. Be quite a big deal. Quite a serious drive here. Only 11 seconds to make a play.
Yeah. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 40 for the Monarchs.
Here are they running out there. Garen Bailey seemed to need a little bit of help walking off the field earlier. Going back out there, doesn't need any help this time. Seems to be doing quite all right.
Bogats and Pamaran on the bottom. You got your lone receiver on the top of the screen. DeGiacomo in the backfield. Leggett fires downfield towards Pamaran. He gets a hand on it, but it is incomplete. Andre Bolton Jr. was on the coverage for the Eagles.
You know, just a little bit further. As you saw, Pamaran took a lower orientation of that route. He was high, having the corner on his left hip, and then he bounces outside there close to the end, trying to get by him and snag the ball and just go for the touchdown. But just a little low, a little short for what Pamaran was thinking.
And the Monarchs will just kneel the ball to end the first half. Score after 2 quarters, Monarchs 7, Eagles 13. And like we said, the band senior night, cheer senior night, and the dance team will be at half. For me, Brody Carter.
And me, Caleb Tuberville.
We will see you guys in 20 minutes.
Bye-bye.
My name is Aaliyah Archie. My parents are Shonda Archie and Augustus Fuller. I went to Carter Lake Elementary School. This is my second year of doing cheer. My future plans are to go to Madison, Wisconsin University and study marine biology. My biggest inspiration is my grandma and Miss Ussery.
My name is Adriana Bailey. My parents are Lorraine Fontanez and Christopher Bailey. I went to Hickory Hill Elementary School. This is my third year in cheer. My future plans are to go to KU and study in education and musical theater, and my biggest inspiration is my mom and Miss Ussery.
My name is Delaney DeMauro. My parents are Alicia and Tony DeMauro. I went to Prairie Queen Elementary School. This is my second year in cheer. My future plans are to go to cosmetology school, and my biggest inspirations are my grandma Chris and my uncle Andrew.
My name is Samantha Kuhn. My parents are Melissa and Avery Kuhn. I went to St. Columkill Catholic Elementary School. This is my third year on the cheer team, and my future plans are to go to UNO, and my biggest inspiration is my mom and my grandma.
My name is Brennan Pearson. My parents are Miranda and Rob Pearson. I went to Hickory Hill Elementary School. This is my first year in cheer. My future plans are to go to Metro and become a pediatric nurse, and my biggest inspiration is my mom.
My name is Layla West. My parents are Ashley and JD Luma. I went to Hickory Hill Elementary. This is my third year on the cheer team, and my future plans are to become a real estate investor by attending Bellevue University. My biggest inspiration is my mom.
here after a very defensive first half. Monarchs 7, Omaha Central 13. And we've seen the Eagles are actually leading the Monarchs, and Monarchs haven't really been getting, especially that last drive was not their best in the first half.
Is not what I was prepared to see at all, personally. Personally, going into this game, I was expecting a blowout.
I was as well. But Omaha Central has a lot better of a record than, or has a lot better of a team than what their record says. They are 3-3, but this team can fight.
Yes. I believe it was Central that earlier in the season played Omaha Westside and absolutely played nuclear. Held Westside to 42 points and scored 41, I believe, themselves. They almost beat who I believe is the best team in the state. The Monarchs are looking to come in here this half and try and play a lot better than what they did in the first.
And we are going to be seeing some highlights from the first half. I believe this is Pamaran just making people miss. Right here we have Leggett giving it to Parr to get the Monarch touchdown.
You can tell he's happy about that one.
I believe that is his first one on the year. And
I don't have one this year. That might be it. See that Monarch kickoff team off out there first.
And like we said, the band and the cheer had their senior nights.
Representative down there, Nick Saratowski. Love him, happy for him. But before everything gets started, let's take another look around the Metro. You might be seeing some scores and records going along the bottom of your screen now. But Omaha North blowing out South Sioux City. And Miller North putting on a dogfight with Kearney here going into their third quarter. The number 4 versus number 6 teams in Class A.
And we do have a new addition with the crawl on the bottom of our screen, so you are seeing the scores. These will be running throughout the rest of the second half. And we do have a rematch tonight of the last year's state championship with South and West Side.
Elkhorn South, that is. Here we go. Everybody's getting ready. Cooper Wills and that kickoff team getting hyped. You can tell they're ready for anything.
Back deep, we have Anthony Liggins, and I believe that is number 2, Yasir Grigsby.
We have some PLV Media alums up here, including Diego Vasconcelos and Jacob Riddle, who both graduated last year. But here we go. Cooper Wills.
Low hit. They are thankfully able to fall on it. One of the Eagles tipped it in the air, and they fall on it at about the. Trying to get the spot at about the 38-yard line. That was Jeremiah Rowe on the spot.
And y'all couldn't hear it, but our PLV Media teacher and our great leader, Becky Hoke, just goes, whoops, which is a wonderful way to describe what just happened.
Pittman, the third in motion, takes the handoff out left. He'll get about half of what he needed.
He was tiptoeing down the sideline there. I believe you could describe that with a comedic sound effect.
43-yard line, 5-yard.
And he was taken out by Isaac Pamaran.
Isaac Pamaran, one of the goats of this team this year, as some say.
Kylan Haney outright trying to get past Cale Johnson. And that who meets him out of bounds, as well as number 1, Jack Jelinek.
Run out of bounds by Cale Johnson.
I do not mean to disrespect, but Jack Jelinek seemed to got stiff-armed there. That's something that number 8,
3-yard loss on the play.
Kylan Haney for the Eagles is really good at. He's really good at being shifty, but he's also just powerful. He's been running players over, stiff-arming them into the dirt. He's just playing great.
3rd and 8 on the 40. Newsome looking left, and his pass is caught by Grigsby, and Grigsby going down the middle of the field to about the 46.
Speed demon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he score the first touchdown of the game?
Grigsby or the quarterback?
Grigsby.
Grigsby, he does not have a touchdown. That was Pittman. Pittman the third.
But I would not be surprised if we see Grigsby get a touchdown this game, because his athleticism has just been showing.
Newsome gives it to Haney, and Haney makes Ariano miss on his tackle. That would have been a TFL for Ariano. However, he gets about 3 on the play. And he was pushed out of bounds by Cale Johnson. It is now 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 from the 35-yard line.
This Monarch defense doing great. Not doing perfect this second half so far of stopping it, because they've been stopping that Eagles team. For clarification, they've been getting close, but then in situations like this one, they just aren't stopping it.
Newsome tries to give it to Grigsby. Jack Jelinek on the coverage. It is incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 9. And it looks like Coach Mackey is, correction, it is 3rd and 9. I thought it was 4th and 9. I was about to say, Coach Mackey's crazy for letting his offense stay out there on a 4th and 9.
Unnatural, maybe, but I don't know that crazy. Flag on the
Newsome's
play.
pass is caught by Grigsby. Grigsby making 3 people miss, eventually taken down by Cale Johnson. There is laundry down on the 35.
They made the call, but I believe the stadium announcer spoke over it, so I didn't necessarily hear it.
Holding.
Holding is what it was. Wait.
Never mind. Illegal shot block. It will result in a 3rd and 24. Wow. I had to do some mental math there for a second.
Something that you probably learned a lot from a great PLB Media fan and Miss Kimball. We love Miss Kimball.
Yes, we do. Great math teacher.
I had her once. But anyways, back to the game.
Newsome fires. Pass is caught by Ackerman. And Ackerman, carrying Bogats, gets down to the 2-yard line.
And there you go.
But there is laundry on the 44. And it'll be roughing the passer on Monarchs. Take a look at this instant replay. Never mind.
Never mind, doesn't seem to be much there. But, there you go, it ends. About as much dirty laundry as you keep saying. That's a dirty laundry room.
And we saw Central being called for all these penalties in the first half. And now Monarchs have had at least 3 just the second half, just at the beginning in these first 2 minutes. It is now 1st and goal, ball on the 1 for Omaha Central.
Feel very close. Central ready to score.
Newsome gets in for his second rushing touchdown of the game. Score is now Omaha Central 19 and Papillion La Vista 7.
I cannot explain to you what is happening. This is not what the Monarchs do. This is not what they're used to doing. This doesn't even seem like the Monarchs that we usually see. To me, what this seems like is maybe they're maybe they're nervous. Maybe the nerves are too high from that Millard South loss last week.
Kick is good.
That
With
it might
10:36
be
left in
stressful
the third
for
quarter.
them.
Your score: the Omaha Central Eagles 20.
You see there the man who got them down to the 1 yard line, Mr. Isaac Ackman, and then their kicker, number 35, Hendrik Schrader, having a little fun moment there. Schrader, who seems to be a little bit smaller, he lifted up into the sky, almost high enough to ask him, "How's the weather up there?"
Hardin, Pamarin, and McCain back to receive Schrader's kick.
Schrader has been shredding those kicks, honestly. They've been either scoring too fast, and he's been kicking PATs, or he's been kicking these kickoffs. And honestly, I love it. We love our kickers, and we're seeing a pretty good one today.
Yes, we are.
So talk to us, Brody. Tell us about that interview.
It was pretty cool. I met one of the commentators for Cox. We kind of went over just like how we did with the first half highlights. We went over some of them and then basically asked me on how I became a commentator.
Speaking of highlights, that was a highlight hit there by number 27, Austin Lathan. Wow.
He got popped.
Popped like a balloon almost.
And Leggett and the Monarchs will have another shot.
First and 10, Papillion La Vista.
Correction, it's their first possession of the second half. I don't know why I said that. Leggett outright to Bogats. Bogats makes the grab and is tackled down by number 20, Jeremiah Rowe.
Bogats using that little shifty speed, little shifty athleticism.
Jeremiah Rowe.
And for those who know about
12-yard gain is good.
the team captains of the team, he's one of the main ones. He's one of the main team captains. He's always a positive energy. And for those who've seen the sportsmanship video made by Coach Tim Williams, you can hear him there at the end cheering on the Monarchs, going, "Go Monarchs!"
DiGiacomo gets the first down and is taken down by Jeremiah Rowe again.
Antonio DiGiacomo playing great today and all season, actually.
It is now 1st and 10 from the Eagle 48. Leggett gives it to DiGiacomo again.
Antonio DiGiacomo on the carry.
He's taken down by Andre Bolton Jr. and Isaac Ackerman.
5-yard gain of the
There you
play.
go.
It's 2nd and 5 from the 43-yard line.
The Monarch team, so far, seems to really be focusing on the run. For a very three-dimensional team, they're not playing like that. They're playing very two-dimensional. But number 6, Malachi and Missy, if I'm saying that correct,
Andre Bolton Jr.
they help him with that number.
For the Eagles.
Help him with those passing yards, help him with those receiving yards.
9-yard gain, good for
Make it look pretty good today.
Yes. It is now 1st and 10. Monarchs from the 34. Parr on the run outright. Going up, met first by Jason Traylor.
Let's see, he had a little bit of a celebration there. Thought he hit him a little hard.
On the stop for the Eagles.
Happy for him though.
7-yard gain on the play. It's 2nd and 3.
Here we
from
go.
the 27-yard line.
Cameron Leggett, who's been having a great season so far, needs to start capitalizing, playing like a quarterback.
Pass was intended for Isaac Perrin and was taken on the coverage there with Anthony Liggins.
From the 27-yard line.
It is now 3rd and 3 from the 27.
Looking at this Eagles team, they don't seem to have too many. They don't seem to have the biggest numbers in comparison to the Monarch sideline and starters. But you know what? They're not letting that scare them at all.
Leggett's pass is caught by Owen Bogatz. In coverage there was Tavian Winsley for Central, and that'll be enough for a Monarch first down.
Which is big. They are now almost as close as they were whenever they scored their only touchdown so far this game. And I know I've made a point of it a lot, but I know for a fact my cross-country friends doing their paint-up run today are wanting another touchdown. Not necessarily for the push-ups, but for the fact they get to cheer on the Papillion La Vista Monarchs.
8-yard gain on the play. It's 2nd and 2 from the 12-yard line.
It is now 2nd and 2 from the 12. Cameron Leggett in shotgun, motions Brody Parr, gives it to, I believe that is Antonio DiGiacomo, tackled by number 9, Isaac Ackerman. That will be a 3-yard loss. It is now 3rd and 6 from the 16.
Seems to be a little slight injury on the field. But you know what? It doesn't matter. We hope he's all right, but happy to see him walking off now. But this Monarch team has got to start capitalizing on the abilities on the opportunities they're getting. Because so far, they have been getting the ball, moving the ball, but they get maybe 1 or 2 first down, and then it's an instant punt. There's nothing. There's no magic, there's no stress, nothing. It's just they're going through the motions, they're throwing the ball, they're running the ball, but only once so far has it actually turned into points on the board, which you can run, you can throw, you can do as much as you want, but you know what? It's not going to win you a football game.
9-7-8-6-3-0-9.
Here we go, both teams running back out, getting ready, getting locked in.
Thank you for your support of Monarch Athletics.
Coming on out, looks to be Parr in the backfield with Leggett. 3rd and 6 on the 16. Leggett rolling out right, throws it left to Cale Johnson, bobbles it, and luckily made the catch. Caught by number 50, tackled by number 56, Terrell Wynn.
1-yard loss on the play.
It is now 4th and 7 after that 1-yard loss. And Williams going to keep that offense out there.
Which I believe he should do. He needs to go for points. As stated before, or maybe even a first down. Sure enough, Leggett.
And there is a flag taken down by number 51, Jason Traylor. And this looks to be on Omaha Central, so the Monarchs might be getting a first down.
They desperately need it. Maybe even if it's just 5 yards to get a little bit closer to set it up from 7 to 2 yards for the first down. That's a big deal. That's something that the Monarchs really need. To either be closer to have the opportunity to, or to just straight up get that first down. Be able to have something to capitalize. And I just saw another flag go up in the sky. Don't know why. Let it happen. Oh.
And the kickoff and the kick team will come out for the Monarchs. Correction, offense is still out there, and it will be an unsportsmanlike on Omaha Central. So that will give the Monarchs an automatic first down. It is first and goal from the 9.
That is what I call a W for the Monarchs, because they desperately needed that. Because, as stated before, they were slow. They've been slow to get things moving, which is not what wins you football games. And sure enough, that one penalty, honestly, could have just lost Central the game if Monarchs buckle in.
We're waiting for the refs to get sorted out here.
As I said before, to add more to buckle in, as stated by Connor Austinfort, former PLV media member, now college student at Arizona State. Bones up, baby, seatbelt, and here we are waiting for the Monarchs to go for a play.
And
seems to me like
they're trying to put the ball at the right spot is what it looks like.
Apparently they have it listed at the 9.
There were 2 penalties on the plate. 1 live ball, 1 dead ball. Both of those penalties are half the distance to the goal. Live ball first, dead ball second. First down.
So those 2 previous plays, one was a dead ball and the other one was a live ball. So that was what they were trying to get. They were confused on that. So now it is now first and goal on the 4. Brody Parr on the carry, and there is another flag.
Flag over by the 6-yard line by the looks of it.
Isaac Ackerman leading the tacklers for the Eagles.
Honestly, kind of confused where these penalties are coming from. If it's Central, that's bad. That is really, really bad because they are just granting the Monarchs a chance. Maybe it's being cocky, maybe it's something else. But all I know is if it is Central, that is terrible. And if it's for the Monarchs, it's possibly even worse because they could lose points here, which they cannot do. And now we're just sitting here waiting for whatever's going to happen. So real quick, let's take another look around the Metros in a game that, never mind, pardon. And now that we have the current scores, a game that I saw that turned out pretty bad was the number 1 team in Class A, and I believe to be in the state, the Millard South Patriots,
from the 2-yard
beat
line.
Lincoln High 63-0, and it ended in a forfeit. I don't think I've ever seen a forfeit in a high school game.
Parr on the carry, being
Brody Parr
tries to get in,
Papillion La Vista.
gets about 1.
Third down, apparently. Didn't see that.
Backed up by that Eagle line. It's 3rd and goal.
It is now 3rd and goal from the 1.
3rd and goal from the 1. Monarchs really looking to score. Seem to have 3 running backs in the backfield. Hands it off to, I believe to be one of their standout running backs. Brody Parr with the hand, got the handoff there, but got stopped almost instantly by that Eagle defensive line. That was scary. They didn't even have a moment to Brody Parr didn't even have the moment to contemplate running the ball, because the moment they took the snap, he got lit up.
He did get lit up.
And now it is fourth and goal on the 3-yard line. which is scary.
Leggett tries to get it to Pamarin, but there is a flag down.
Incomplete. There's a flag down on the play.
That was a lucky flag, and now I don't know if y'all saw, but the Eagles started celebrating, not noticing the flag, and I know for a fact they are upset now. Another penalty. This is not what I was expecting going into this game. This many penalties.
And it has been a dirty laundry fest, we will say, with all the flags.
Yes, sir. Almost enough to fill a whole laundry basket. Maybe even enough to do a load of laundry.
We're going to take a look at instant replay. And it looks to be DPI.
For those who don't know, that's defensive pass interference. Couldn't tell by who, but I can't tell you. The Monarchs are going to capitalize. And there's another flag.
Cameron Leggett's pass intended for Isaac Pamarin falls incomplete.
Another flag, but it was very close. A very, almost a touchdown. Our teacher, Becky Hubbs, just made a joke. How many tries will it take the Monarchs to score? But who knows? And sure enough, it's a flag on the Monarchs, which grants the ball to Omaha Central. This is a game of constant interceptions, or not interceptions, penalties, excuse me. And it's not working out. It's not working out great.
It is not. Finally back after having some technical difficulties here.
We had Brady Carter's computer.
It unfortunately died on me, and then I had a panic attack because I couldn't find where my charger was, and it was right behind my computer the whole entire time.
And for those listening at home, he didn't have a real panic attack. He's just joshing.
And Haney on the carry.
Time on Haney on the carry for the
Pamarin gets the tackle.
And he also tackled Owen Bogats. Not necessarily going to run the stat total up, but, you know, it's fun to say. Go home and brag to your friend, hey, I tackled you, and we were on the same side of the ball.
Omaha Central from the 13-yard line.
It is now 1st and goal on the 13 for Omaha Central.
Want to give a special shout out to this game's producer, Mackenzie Frederick. She got her own interview with Cox today, and it was absolutely great. We love the PLV media representation all around Nebraska, from our alum to our current high school students. We will always remember them, and we always care for them.
Yes, we do.
So talk to me, buddy. What do you think are some things we need to see change today? Like, what are some things the Monarchs need to change to win, and what are some things that the Eagles need to change to guarantee their win?
We need to stop seeing penalties by both sides of the ball. We've been seeing, obviously, Omaha Central had a lot in the first half, and they've kind of stopped with the penalties, except for that defensive pass interference in the end zone. But other than that, they've been pretty clean. Newsom on the carry. Whole Monarch team there to stop him. Jelinek was the first one there.
I believe it was Waylon Iman. I don't know if many people saw it, but he took someone to IHOP, International House of Pancakes, put him down close to the 10-yard line I saw.
It is now 2nd and 2 from the 21. Newsom on the keeper, makes one man miss.
Bernard Newsom on the scramble.
Taken down by number
Waylon Hyman on the stop.
4, Waylon Iman.
8-yard gain on the play is good for an
It is an 8-yard gain on the play.
I believe it was Garen Maley also there on the tackle.
Garen Maley is a Texas Tech commit, so he'll be playing for the Red Raiders.
Red Raiders. Made Brody crack up there with that one. Because we like to keep it light, we like to have fun.
And Haney
Logan Holt.
taken down by Logan Holtmeyer.
He is in my physics class, and I will tell you this: he is just as scary in person as he is on the football field.
Logan Holtmeyer.
Holtmeyer just suplexes the running back on that play.
I'm not certain, but he might be a wrestler. He might be focusing on wrestling season now during football season.
I would not be surprised.
The best do. The best are always working on their craft. Sure enough. Eagles quarterback who's been playing great.
Pittman reversing field to the left side and is taken down by Cale Johnson. I blanked on his name for a second. But Pittman, another very long run for the Eagles. He got the first touchdown for the Eagles tonight.
And here we go, an instant replay. It was an
First and 10, Omaha Central. On our 27-yard line.
And there you go. Pittman showing off his blazing speed there. And also, special shout out to Cale Johnson, who was able to hawk him down.
Bernard Newsom.
Isaac Ackerman on the reception there. Taken down by Isaac Pamaran. It'll be 2nd and 10, ball on the 27. Correction, it's on the 24.
3-yard gain to play at 2nd and 7 on the 24-yard line.
And
Let's talk about that big play real quick, Brody. That was scary. That he was able to go from one sideline to the other and gain that many yards.
Newsom's pass was caught by number 21, Andrell Nichols Jr.
Bernard Newsom's pass is complete.
Ty Jelinek and Drew Churchich there for the Monarchs.
Drew Churchich, I believe, to be another team captain for the Monarchs.
5-yard gain on the play. It's 3rd down, 3rd and 2, the 19-yard line.
It is 3rd and 2 from the 19 for the Eagles.
Here we go. Eagles off. My pardon. I was looking at an instant replay that we were getting behind the scenes footage of.
And Haney, no one there, out left. And he is quickly met by the whole entire defensive line, specifically Drew Churchich and Cale Johnson.
On the tackle for the Monarchs.
2 seniors, 2 team captains, 2 studs.
1-yard gain on the play. It's 4th down, 4th and 1.
It is now 4th and 1 from the 18.
4th and 1, you know for a fact that this Monarch student section, Monarch band, and these Monarch parents are begging for a stop almost. Because without it, they could be in a pretty negative spot. I believe there'll be
Timeout called.
or wait. And the 3rd quarter just expired.
3rd quarter, never mind.
With your score, the Omaha Central Eagles 20, the Papillion La Vista Monarchs 7.
It is now 20-7. Eagles lead after this 3rd quarter. And the Monarchs playing Hey Baby
Hey, baby.
to start the 4th quarter. I almost just fell onto the ground.
This is a great Monarch tradition, along with most bands. And there you go. You see one of our PLB Media crew members, Jack. He's our softball stats guy. This is, I believe, to be either his 1st or 2nd football stream with us this year. And you know for a fact, he's having a great time.
If you'll be my girl. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh.
And that's it. I thought they were going to go for a little bit longer, but nope.
Well, I guess I didn't. But sure enough, we still get to have a great time up here in the PLB Media broadcast booth. Monarchs and Eagles. The Monarchs might not be having the best time down the field, but we're having a great time up here with our producer, Mackenzie Frederick, with Maddox Allen recording in the background.
And
there
now
she goes.
into the fourth quarter.
Put your fours up, baby, because the Monarchs need to buckle in and get it, or the Eagles need to stay focused.
269.
We just got word from our engineer Maddox. Omaha Westside pummels the Elkhorn South Storm 45-3. That was a rematch of last year's game.
Last year's state title game.
Correction, yes.
But sure enough,
From the 18-yard line.
Sure enough, the Storm couldn't get done this year. And I know you know some people over there at Elkhorn
Yes,
South.
I do.
So I know for a fact they're not feeling happy. And they're going to be talking to you about it. And there you go. You hear the bells are ringing. The music are playing. And the Monarchs getting ready for a fourth quarter push. Only down by 13, so it is possible that they could buckle in and turn this game around. And they almost wouldn't say desperately, but they would love to have this win to not go to 5-2 and go to 6-1.
Correct. Yes, that is correct. Also, we still have a whole 12 minutes left, and they're only down by 2 scores. If, Monarchs can lock in here. Newsom on the keeper. Whoa! Flips it too. He gets it out. And we saw that earlier in the first half where he was just on the run. He got pummeled by Logan Holtmeyer after that, but he threw a floater down the field and he got the first down.
I don't know what it is, but I can guarantee you this. The Monarchs have not been able to bring down number 7, Bernard Newsom. He's just, every time they get back there and he finds somebody open, he will force himself to stay up and heave it deep. And there's a touchdown for the Eagles.
And that is Haney. He gets his second touchdown of the game.
Well,
We're potentially gonna get
we'll miss a replay
of that, but what a good showing by the Eagles. And like we said, yes, record 3-3. That doesn't matter to them. They are a heck of a lot better than what their record says.
I think they have one of the hardest schedules in all of Nebraska. It is insanity. They go from playing West Side to other dominant teams.
The kick is good.
And the thing is, they've never gotten blown out necessarily. They've always been close.
27.
It's just
Papillion La Vista Monarchs.
the numbers and the powerhouse strengths from those big name schools. Just not enough for the Eagles to overcome. But sure enough, Papillion La Vista Monarchs are starting to get overcame.
And here is your instant replay. Bernard Newsom just able to get it to, I believe that's Haney, the dude that just scored the touchdown. He will not go down tonight.
Sir, I wouldn't call him a dude because that's a full-grown man back there in some shoulder pads.
That is a big play from a big dog.
That's quoted from me myself.
And Hendrik Schrader will be back for the kick. Back deep for the Monarchs is, I believe that is number 30, Tyler Pamaran.
Tyler Pamaran, Isaac Pamaran's younger brother. You know for a fact that after Isaac graduates later this year, Tyler's going to have big shoes to fill.
Also, his brother, Isaac is back there as well, and Jonathan Harden as well for the Monarchs. Schrader's kick
We love
is
a good
low.
we love a good sibling teamwork
Fielded
together.
at the 31 by Nathan Ford. Was taken down by number 18, Demarius Mumphrey.
Pardon the hiccup. See, the Monarch kickoff return unit. They have not been able to get anything going.
They have not at all.
I think that is very strategic by the Eagles team because they know that they are so very good at being able to get stuff moving once they break through one gap. So if you keep it low, keep it to the players that usually don't get the ball, it's kind of easy to stop.
Leggett taken down by number 61, Jerry Jackson Jr. for the Eagles. Leggett gets back to the line of scrimmage. It is now 2nd and 10, ball on the 33.
Leggett back there with one of their outstanding running backs. Play action pass, play action slip screen.
And DiGiacomo keeps going. And he is met quickly by Isaac Ackerman.
I imagine it felt like getting hit by a bus, the way that his neck jerked back after getting that shoulder load right in between the shoulder blades.
I don't know why I keep saying Pamaran at quarterback. It's Leggett at quarterback. Gives it to Junior. Flag flies. Taken down by number 9, Isaac Ackerman.
Michael Valencia Jr., that is. Here we go, another penalty.
It'll be holding by the offense.
Do not necessarily know who it was, but whoever it was, I bet Coach Tim Williams is not happy about it. The Monarchs getting ready. They need to start capitalizing. They need to start finding their footing. They need to start changing the way that they look at this game.
And Leggett's pass caught by Cale Johnson. Absolutely mossed.
Cale Johnson,
the DB.
Cale Johnson, the absolute stud.
Pitch and catch is good for a Monarch first down. 1st and 10, Papillion La Vista. From the Eagle, 39.
Had to give the satisfaction of a picture to my old buddy Diego Vasconcelos, Creighton media intern, former PLB media member.
Leggett,
he's a great guy.
To Valencia, and he will get halfway there. He's living on a prayer. It is now 2nd and 6 from the 35.
Something that I'm surprised to see today is the lack of involvement of the wide receivers. They're throwing deep to basically just Pamaran, and that's about it.
Bogatz on the catch, gets the first down. Taken down by number 11, Tavian Winsley, and number 5, Anthony Liggins.
Sure enough, I take it back.
And there is Laundry on the 26 after the play. Could potentially be an unsportsmanlike.
It would not be good. We don't like bad sportsmanship here. We do not condone it. So the young athletes and older athletes listening at home, we highly recommend just stay positive. As I said earlier, as I learned from my grandmother, my Mimi, Felicia Griffin, just have fun. There's no point to be negative about it. Just have fun.
And it is an unsportsmanlike on Omaha Central. It'll move the Monarchs half the distance to the goal, and that will give them an automatic first down.
big thing for the Monarchs. Absolutely necessary.
10 Papillion La Vista from the Eagle 14-yard line.
It is now 1st and 10 from the 14. Leggett. Pass is tipped. Try to get it to Cale Johnson.
Cale Johnson falls incomplete.
Just not what you want to see there. You don't want to see incompletions. You don't want to see those wonky plays. You want to see touchdowns.
From the 14.
I think we all do.
It is now 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Ball stays at the 14. Parr in at running back. Leggett in shotgun. Leggett gives it to Parr. Parr gets to about the 6. He's taken down by number 9, Isaac Ackerman,
7-yard gain.
as well as number 5, Anthony Liggins.
7-yard line.
It is now 3rd and 3 on the 7. With 8:26 left in this fourth quarter. Leggett out left, passes tipped by number 15, Jaden Griffin.
That's the problem with Cale Johnson being such a big target. He draws so many looks, so many eyes, that it's hard to just have a player that's just wide open. Quick little peek around the Metros. Currently, Kearney and Millard North, Kearney being ranked number 6 and Millard North being ranked number 4, are tied 30-30 going into overtime. And Leggett with the keeper. He runs himself out of bounds around the 6-yard line.
Cameron Leggett on the scramble.
Leggett gets to the 6,
Out of bounds, short of the line of gain.
and Wills will come out.
They need points.
They do, and any points will help.
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but as it looks now, that 5-2 record for the Monarchs is getting a little bit closer. And I know for a fact my cross-country friends down there for the paint-up run are not happy that we're losing, but they're happy that they don't have to do that many push-ups.
I would be happy too. I'm not good at push-ups.
Neither am I.
Haney out to his left, met first by Micah Ariano, and finalizing that tackle was Cale Johnson. It is, we get back to the line of scrimmage. It is now 2nd and 10. Correction, 2nd and 9 on the 8. Number 19, J.B. Livingston coming in for Andrew Nichols Jr.
I know the Monarchs are not happy about this, but they need to use that energy to try and strip that ball from the Eagles.
Haney on the carry again. Taken down by Drew Churchich and Garen Maley.
Two great players.
3-yard gain to play. It's 3rd down. And
It is 3rd and 6 from the 11-yard line.
Monarchs.
They need a stop here to potentially.
They sure do. I believe that they need a turnover in this situation, maybe a pick 6, fumble, who knows. Just any situation to get the ball.
Newsome. Pass caught by Andrew Nichols and Owen Bogatz.
And Waylon Iman back there for the tackle.
Bogatz on the stop for the Monarchs. It's 4th down.
It is 4th and short for the Eagles. And the Eagles will be giving it back to the Monarchs. Sorry about that.
Sorry over on my end too. 27-7. That is something the Monarchs do not want to see. Absolutely despise. And for those times that we did not call Scott Grazer III, we would like to apologize for our roster that we were given. He was given the wrong jersey number, so we did not know who to call, who to clarify.
And we kept saying Melee because we thought it was 7-1, because the 7s do kind of look like 1s on these jerseys, but it was the center for the Monarchs, Scott Grazer. So we do apologize on that.
But I mean, says enough about him. He's a stud.
He's a stud. 5'10", 275.
He's 5'10", 275, you say?
Yes.
In person, he seems a lot taller than 5'10".
He does.
He seems a lot more intimidating, too. But he's a teacher's aide, and he's one of the nicest people I've ever met at this high school. So,
The sports medicine program at Nebraska Medicine.
There is timeout by Omaha Central Eagles.
So, Brody, if you had to pick, who is the MVP for each side?
Ooh. I would say for the Eagles, it is definitely their quarterback. He has made, yes, he didn't score, the 3 other touchdowns that he did not score, but he has gotten the Eagles in position to score their 27 points. And for the Monarchs,
I believe he scored half their touchdowns. He has 2
Yes, he
passing, 2
has.
receiving. 2 rushing.
he, on the Monarchs side, I would say probably Pamaran.
Pamaran?
He's been getting open, and he's been good in the kick return. Him and Harden will be back to receive Ackerman's punt.
I personally say Brody Parr because he was able to get points on the board.
Oh, yeah, Brody Parr as well, yes.
But doesn't matter how we take it. I just know for a fact all these guys are playing absolutely incredibly.
Beautiful kick by Ackerman.
Cameron calls a fair
Cameron,
catch.
Fair catch at the 44-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 45 with 5:47 left to go.
So far, this is not the game the Monarchs have been wanting. But for the Eagles, this is exactly what they want to prove to everybody. Just because they're barely sitting at 500 does not mean anything to them. What it means is you disrespect us, we're going to make playoffs, we're going to go on a run, and we're going to prove you wrong.
Leggett gives it to Johnson. Johnson down at the 31. First there for the Eagles was number 45, Isaiah Moore.
14-yard gain is good for
It is now
first down.
Monarch first down from the 31 with 5:30 left to go. Monarchs running hurry up. Valencia Jr. in at running back. Leg it out left to Pamaran. Pamaran making people miss. And he's still going. And he gets
Touchdown
in for the Monarchs.
Wait.
Pamaran.
I didn't see a hand signal by a referee,
I saw one down by the line judge.
Yard line.
but over
And
by-
he's down at the 6-yard line.
Wow.
What a call. That was a good call by the refs.
Great eye, great eye, great eye. And here's an instant replay of that. Leggett just being able to trick him out. Pamaran using that athletic ability, able to cut back outside.
And he goes out. He gets pushed out by 15, Jaden Griffin. That was a great eye by the judge, by the side judge. And we have a timeout. Again,
Injury timeout.
1-yard gain on the play. 2nd and goal from the 5.
we are going to take a look around the Omaha metro area for Class A. Kearney is up 33-30 in overtime against Millard North. And For those that do not know overtime rules, it is like college, so Millard North does still have a chance to score. That will be huge for Kearney to get the upset. Valencia Jr. on the carry, and he is stopped at the goal line.
That shows a lot out of the freshman.
And our software for our score bug has crashed, so it will be back as soon as possible. Right now it is 3rd and 2 from the two, and there's 4 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. We will get our score bug back as soon as possible.
Monarchs really want to score here. So the players in motion. Off to
DiGiacomo, out left. Can't get in, taken out by Micah Ariano.
Run out of bounds by number 9, Isaac Ackerman.
Correction, Isaac Ackerman. I called the wrong player.
It's all right, Brody. It happened.
It's almost my bedtime.
A good laugh. Here we go, Monarchs. Setting in Bogats with DiGiacomo sprinting off the field. Try not to get too many players on the field. Call. Seems to be a timeout, not touchdown. Those are very different things.
And Coach Mackey for the Eagles calls his second of the half. He will have one remaining. They call a timeout with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. It is 4th and goal from the 1. Monarchs 7, Omaha Central 27. And this will be huge for the Eagles to get the win tonight.
For those listening at home who have middle schoolers in cross country or just care about the sport of cross country, tomorrow we have our middle school state cross country meet here at Papillion La Vista South, where me and Gabriella Ridout will be working with Prep Running Nerds and getting some footage of that. So if you're in town and you want to come see some nice middle school runners, don't feel shy to stop on by.
Coming out of the timeout. Correction, that was Monarch. That was a Monarch timeout. So Williams will have 2 left. Again, it is 4th and goal from the 1 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. And Valencia trying to get in, but it's a fumble. And it is recovered by number 45, Isaiah Moore. He's going down the right sideline. And he stepped out of bounds, and there is a flag. We did see a player.
What just happened? I don't understand what just happened. They were just doing a standard run play, and the ball popped straight up to the sky, hit the ground, got scooped by number 45, and then apparently number 45, Isaiah Moore, and I believe got handed off at some point. He just took it upfield up the sideline, and I heard that he stepped out of bounds, but I'm not 100% sure. Correction, he did not step out of bounds. He did not hand the ball off. He had the ball himself. And I don't know if it was a touchdown, if he stepped out of bounds whenever Owen Bogats got too close, or what happened. But that is a terrible omen and a terrible situation to be in by the Monarchs.
There was a sideline warning for, I believe, Omaha Central. So that will move him back 15 yards.
They were very happy about that play.
And now we look at this instant replay. Leggett hands it off to Valencia, and it looks like number 55 got a hand on it. And Isaiah Moore just picks it up and runs. He was on, I believe, the 1. He gets it all the way down to the other 40-yard line. So that is 59. That is a 59-yard return.
As a track athlete myself, I hope I see him during track season because that athleticism was insane.
Cordy Whitcomb on the carry for the Eagles.
Brought down by Isaac Pomeran of the Monarchs.
Corday Whitcomb on the carry for the Eagles.
Cordy
6-yard gain on the play. It's
Cordy Whitcomb,
2nd and 4
Jr.
on the 34-yard line.
Haven't heard his name today, but better late than never.
It is 2nd and 4 from the 34.
I apologize for silence, but I'm just in awe. I don't know what happened.
And Newsome goes for number 2, Yasir Grigsby, and he cannot come down with it. He is frustrated.
You can tell he's upset.
I believe that was number 1, Jack Jelinek on the coverage for the Monarchs.
He gave up that touchdown earlier and refused to give up another one because Ty Jelinek, being a senior on this football team playing with him, you know he's going to give it a hard time. You know he's going to give him a hard time at home.
It was Jack Jelinek.
I did say that.
Oh, I heard Ty. I thought you said Ty, sorry.
I was just telling a little rambling story.
3rd and 4. Corday Whitcomb on the carry. He looks to be about a yard short. Micah Ariano.
3-yard gain on the play. It's 4th and 1.
It is 4th and short from the 31 with just under 3 minutes left.
As short as it gets, 1 yard. I'm still just in awe of that fumble return.
I know that was, I thought that Valencia potentially got in there, and then I see the ball fly up in the air, and then number 45, Isaiah Moore, running down the right sideline.
I was in genuine shock and don't know what to say.
And as you can hear, the Monarch Band coming out of the Monarch timeout. 4th and short on the 31. 2:59 left in the 4th quarter.
Sub 3.
Newsome keeps it, and he will get the Eagle first down, tackled by Bryce Bidgness.
I believe so. I believe that is how you say it.
And also Isaac Pomeran was there as well. And clock will keep on running.
I apologize. I'm just dumbfounded by the series of events just in these last few minutes. I don't know what to say. All I know is that
Corday Whitcomb gets nowhere, probably gets back to the line of scrimmage, and Holtmeyer hugs him to death.
That's quoted by our teacher, Miss Hoke.
It is a loss of 1, so it is now 2nd and 11 from the 29. 1:54 remaining in the 4th quarter. Monarchs 7, Omaha Central 27. And I do believe our scoreboard is still down. Maybe. I don't know.
Potentially, we have not gotten any.
We haven't gotten any word yet.
Any clear information, but
Corday Whitcomb outright and is met by Cale Johnson.
Johnson on the stop for Papillion La Vista.
And here we are.
Now 3rd and 10 from the 28-yard line.
There's a timeout on the field. Don't know exactly who called it.
Monarch timeout.
Monarch time. Well, that answers my question perfectly. Thank you, Brody Carter. I don't know how you recover from that fumble return with such little time, with just under a minute and a half left. Doesn't matter how upset or distraught the Monarchs feel, that Monarch band is there to represent and make some noise. Along with the dance team and cheer squad. You know they're having a great time down there. As are we up here in the PLB Media broadcasting booth.
Yes, sir. And we just want to say, Kearney and Millard North still in overtime. It is 33-33.
It's a good game.
It is a very good game indeed. And it's number 4 versus number 6. So this is going to have whoever loses, it's going to be big for their team.
Kearney currently sitting at only 1 loss, and Millard North sitting at 2, which could do a lot. 3 losses for Millard North could have potentially knocked them out of the top 5, which is where they've been sitting all game long.
Whitcomb met by Holtmeyer and Cale Johnson.
Two mean players there. Not showing much, if any, weakness at Monarch defensive line.
We do also have another upset brewing. The 3-3 Tigers are beating the 3-3 Creighton Prep Junior Jays. Creighton Prep is number 9 in Class A.
Fremont sitting at number 29. For those who also keep up with cross country, you might know the name Fremont because of Juan Gonzalez, the number 3 runner in all of the country.
And
almost picked off by Jack Jelinek.
Jelinek really, really wanted that. And it is now 4th and long from the 33 with 31.8 seconds left. I almost said 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. That would not be right.
There's a penalty, I believe, that we might have missed. I'm not 100% certain.
First and 10, Papillion La Vista.
It's turnover on downs. So it is now 1st and 10 from the 32 with 31 seconds remaining.
I also want to give a special shout out, since we've been doing that a lot this game, of our broadcasting engineer, Maddox Allen.
Leggett outright to Pamaran. Pamaran taken out of bounds by number 17, Jair Bolton, and number 27, Austin Lathan.
You know this
Gianni
Monarch
Gis.
offense is disappointed. You can guarantee that Coach Tim Williams is not going to be happy after this one. They walked into this game heavy favorites as the number 5 team in Class A.
Leggett
not been acting like it.
Gives it to, I believe that is Pamaran again. Correction, that's Jonathan Harden. And he was taken out of bounds by number 12, Gianni Gish.
Completion is good for a Monarch first down. 1st and 10.
Don't want to.
And clock is running. 14 seconds. 13.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
Leggett going deep for Harden. And Harden's pass is caught. There is a flag down, however, on the 38-yard line.
And here we go. We'll see the Monarch cross-country team potentially run across. They might have gone home. Not necessarily sure. I don't know what's happening. I'm a little confused.
We are waiting for the call, and the Monarchs are going to be moving back. All the way to the 45. That negates the penalty, or the touchdown, sorry.
No wonder the cross-country team didn't run.
Leggett
With the play action.
just going to Malachi Amisi, and he's going, and he is taken down.
As
And
time expires.
That is the final score. Eagles 27, Monarchs 7. Omaha Central goes above 500 and wins their 4th game on the year. Monarchs lose 2 straight. They will drop down to 5-2.
We'll see how that implements the Class A rankings. But also, we'll be seeing in a little bit a highlights replay made by our technical crew down over there in the booth.
Still, and here are the instant replays from this second half. Newsom just gives it to Grigsby, and he drags defenders with him. See,
rolls out.
Another play by Newsom
to their punter / tight end
Ackerman, and that was how they extended their lead by 20. See another one from Leggett. Leggett gets it to Bogatz. Leggett rolls out right and fires to Cale Johnson. And this highlight right here is the broken up pass that led to defensive pass interference. Newsom on this play where he just gets stuffed behind the line.
Number 3.
This is Pittman, the third, just reversing field all the way down the left sideline.
Cale Johnson barely getting there. Comfortably getting there, but struggling.
And Haney also getting the tackle there. Another one on the quarterback keeper where he flips it to his wide receiver. And that will do it for us tonight. I'm Brody Carter, joined by Caleb Turbeville. Next week, we have 2 streams. The Monarchs will be home to face Fremont on Thursday, and the Titans will be home on Friday to face Omaha Burke. And again, I'm Brody Carter, and I'm Caleb Turbeville, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.